All right, what's going on, my friends? It has been far too long. I'm actually down here in Lake Wales, Florida right now. Just finished up at the tax office. It's official. I am licensed to drive in the state of Florida. Officially switched that over. Happy to have that process done. Next is a little bit more of a tenuous process of getting the car registered to Florida, and I'm gonna do a custom plate and all. I think that'll be fun. And once I have that process taken care of, even if I get a temp plate, I should then be able to start doing my rideshare again. But that could be a couple weeks. In the meantime, we're gonna do content that doesn't have customers because I can't get customers yet. Right now, though, from this parking lot in Lake Wales, I've got a destination about 6 minutes away, about 5 kilometers, heading to an O'Reilly Auto Parts. I want to pick up some stuff for the car. Now that I have a house, I can wash my car at home, which is great. I got some basics, but I also want to get some microfiber cloths for my screen and stuff. I know you guys have probably seen me compulsively wiping my screen, and right now I don't really have anything to do that, so it's going to drive me crazy. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and see how FSD 12.3.6, because I don't have any new updates, handles this. And, you know, apologies for not having any updates. That's really out of my hands. I just, you know, they're not sending the new stuff to Hardware 3 yet, and I never got 12.4, so we're still rocking the old stuff, but I hope you enjoy it nonetheless. And after this, I'm going to probably head up and start recording the new unprotected left I found. Yep, that forward camera just turned off on me. Alright, so forward camera stopped for a second. We got it back on. I'm probably also going to change out my cameras here soon, or my SD cards, something, because it's really annoying me how it happens. It might just be bad SD cards, so I'll probably head over to a Best Buy or something and get that changed out. Frustrating. But anyways, back to what I was saying. We're going to go ahead and see how FSD handles this drive. I'm going to do the unprotected left later. Hopefully it's busy enough to warrant actually being, you know, a challenge. It's kind of insane, 60 miles an hour road. People are going anywhere from 55 to like 65 on that road, so we'll see how it is. Let's go ahead and fire this up, though. Oh, gotta go and drive first. Man, it's been too long. I've been driving that U-Haul. I forgot how to do this. All right, let's see if we'll get the prompt. There we go. And we'll see how we get out of this parking lot. Again, we're down in Lake Wales, Florida right now, and we're heading over to an O'Reilly Auto Parts, you know, about 6-7 minutes away, so it won't be too long of a video. I've either put it out before this or I will shortly after this, the video about the actual move. If you follow me on X, you saw them kind of posted out in real time as I... Ooh, this might be an unprotected left. Oh boy. Yeah, looks like it is, right off of Highway 60. Oh gosh. See, you know, this is it, Chuck. I just needed to come to Florida, and now I'm in your land of unprotected lefts and craziness. We'll see how this goes. But yeah, real quick backtrack, trying to keep my brain on here. I had posted in real time for the X followers. I'm going to put that all in a video for everybody on YouTube. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. It's either up now or will be shortly after this video. I'll probably put it up first just for continuity's sake. Well, let's see if we're actually going to get out of here. We got a big gap here, but we've lost our spacing on this side. No one behind us. And I'm not going to get on the throttle. This is all mu. I think we're in average mode. All right, there we go. Cutting across nice and big. We got time. Ooh, got a little close to that curve, but we're clear. And we're heading down Highway 60. This is going to be a very different scenery compared to what y'all are used to. And if you haven't caught the memo yet, I'm a Floridian again, baby. I was born and raised in Florida, lived in California for just over 10 years, lived in San Antonio, Texas for almost 2 years in between there. That's actually where I joined the U.S. Navy. I depped out, as one would say, of San Antonio, Texas, and went to Pensacola, Florida for A school in the Navy, and then shipped to San Diego, and then was there from 2013 until 2024. And now I'm back here in Florida, where I've got my family and friends and all, and it's been a hell of a transition. We're going to see how this semi-truck's coming over. Watching, we're good. Mew's handling this pretty well. But yeah, again, very different scenery from what y'all are used to with me driving around Cali. It's funny the amount of nostalgia I'm getting from these areas. And apologies if the cameras get weird. I'm trying to keep an eye on them, make sure I can see my little blinking red lights, so we're still on and we're good. But yeah, big feeling of nostalgia, because it's funny, kind of no matter where you really are in Florida, it all looks very similar. Even my wife was saying that it reminds her of North Carolina, where she grew up. Just the East Coast feel, it's a bit different, and a lot more water. Yeah, that unprotected left is on Lake Hamilton. That's probably what I end up calling it, the Lake Hamilton UPL or something. Be part of my new challenge series for Florida. I will be on the search for a route that I can deem the Gauntlet Florida edition or something. It might take a little while to find it. I happened across the one that got a lot of popularity in California, just trying to go to a supercharger. Speaking of which, this area in Lake Wales between Davenport and Sebring is basically a supercharger dead zone. So you want to be careful not to come out here too low of a charge, but there's plenty up in Orlando, going into Lakeland and Tampa. Florida's really well saturated with chargers in the busier areas. Saw you kind of coming over our lane there, buddy. What's really cool is, you know, since I got here, I haven't used a supercharger yet. I mean, Mew filled up to 90% really fast, plugged in at home in the regular outlet. And Bender, our Model Y, has been using the home charging system as well. My wife might not really ever have to supercharge, even with the basic 110 charger. Just because she works from home and, you know, the car can just stay plugged in most of the time, and I'll be able to get an accurate look at, like, how our electric bill looks. There's a lot of cool things of being a homeowner now that I'm excited to see firsthand as a perspective of, or from the perspective of being an electric vehicle owner, 2 electric vehicles in the house with no solar or batteries yet. I plan to make all those fun changes in time, but I don't want to get over my head. We gotta transition and get our lives back in order here and move forward and stay on top of things. But lots of cool stuff will come in time. This is a pretty simple drive, and it looks like we're coming up to the O'Reilly's after this light. It'll be the intersection following. And there's going to be a lot more content coming too, even without the customers for now. I'll be excited to announce when I finally have the approvals to use Uber and Lyft in Florida, and I'll give you guys a heads up. I'll keep you posted on that process. If you're not following me on X and you have it, feel free to head over to X. It's the same handle at CYBRLFT, CYBRLFT. No special characters or anything, just CYBRLFT. There are a couple of posers that have popped up around my content, which I guess is sort of a rite of passage, but also annoying. We're still recording, cool. But yeah, I do a lot of posts on there as well, just to bring you more stuff. And I think I can see we're coming up to where O'Reilly is up here. Right next to the racetrack, which is a gas station I forgot how much I loved. They are awesome. So many selections, so many greatness. So many greatness, my gosh. I gotta get back into the flow of things. I can't word properly right now. Alright, we got this truck coming up behind us. Now he's slowing down, cool. And we're pulling in. Yeah, I love racetrack as far as a gas station. It's really dope. And pulling into O'Reilly's. It'll be really cool if and whenever we can finally just park from using FSD. I don't think it will. Just kind of letting it cruise along. Here's the final tag. We're here at O'Reilly Auto Parts. 0 interventions. I wasn't really expecting I would need to intervene. Is he going to try to park in the handicap spot? Mew, we can't park there. Auto navigation complete. Okay. I'm going to take over. We're just going to back into this spot over here. Head in and get some stuff. And then back on the road, I'm going to go record some of that action around that UPL that I found, the Lake Hamilton UPL. The one off the 60 there wasn't too bad. But I think that'll do it for now. I appreciate you guys following along on the journey, whoever did on X. And yeah, I'm excited to bring all the content from Florida. So stay tuned. I'll catch you in the next video.